Greetings. Welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for January 2018. At 3 o'clock on the 21st of January, the temperature is 71 degrees. Yes, we had freezing and ice and sub-zero a couple days ago. It was 65 when I launched at 11:45, and here now around 3 o'clock it's 71 degrees. Mostly cloudy. When I started out it was partly cloudy, but we're expecting storms later tonight. So clouds are coming in from the west. Now I'm going to swing this around, show you that on the Osage River here, the stretch that I'm on is just pretty much lined with bluffs. And I paddled here to get close to these bluffs for a specific reason. Now I'm going to stop for a second and put my camera on a mount so I can just keep it steady. Okay, so the camera's on a stand now. I'm on the Osage River and I have paddled 6 3/10 miles to get to where I wanted to go, to see what I wanted to see, and I never got to see it because I don't know where to look. Yeah, a little convoluted, isn't it? Okay, so this section of the Osage River, as I said, is lined with bluffs, and there's a conservation area just upstream from here. I've already come back downstream a good mile and a half, but this conservation area butts up against the bow of the river for a good mile and a half to 2 miles, and there are about 4 bluffs that come out to the river. And I've been on the trail there where you start in away from, you take the road in and you walk out to the bluff, you skirt it back in again and back out again to the next bluff. It just winds to get out to these bluffs and these overlooks. And that was really cool because now I was underneath these overlooks and looking at the spots from which I looked upon the river in the past. So that was pretty neat. Yeah, that was cool. So it's called Painted Rock, the conservation area, because there's a petroglyph, and it's supposed to be the profile of a bison. I've seen pictures of it, but anything that talks about it does not say where it is within Painted Rock. So 4 bluffs, I paddled past them, paddled all the way up here to see, and I looked. It's supposed to be 10 feet above the top of a talus slope, and now these bluffs are anywhere from 100 to 200 feet high, so you're talking a good at least 50 feet above the water, and it's supposed to be 30 to 40 feet from the water. And I looked and I could not see it. Now, it's anything I've read about it has said that it is faint, and it does look faint in the pictures I've seen, but I never got to see it. Now, there is a fishing access at the far end of this conservation area, and I could have brought the kayak to that point, but I didn't know if there was going to be ice on the river, if it was going to mirror the Missouri, which was packed with ice the past couple of days. Of course, this temperature probably has a good part to do with it, but no ice. But I didn't want to drive 40 to 50 minutes to get to that point and then find out I couldn't launch anyway. And on top of that, the parking area is at the top of an embankment and down across stones on a riverbed. And it's a good 30 yards I would have had to lug the kayak. So up and down that embankment. So I said to hell with it. Of course, here I paddled against the wind. Steady 10-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah, for a good 4 miles of that 6 1/3 miles. And right now I'm sort of in a still area. I am actually behind an island that is not currently an island. It's not an island currently. You look there and you can see how it ends in gravel. The stream does. Through the river. It's called Blood Island, and it's just short of the conservation area. It's called Blood Island because there's a legend about there supposedly being loot buried somewhere on the island, and people have fought over it. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, there are times that this island's probably been completely underwater, with the way the river goes. But anyway, yeah. So I've seen bald eagles. I saw 4 of them when I started out. In the first mile or two, I saw a big nest, an area in the top of a tree 50 feet above the water, and another one about another mile from here, maybe 4 miles downstream from where I launched. And then I didn't see any. So I went past this island, went to the conservation area, watched for that petroglyph, could not find it, came back and tucked in here so I could record my video. And in this area, right up in here, there were 6 or 7 bald eagles just sitting on tree branches. It was amazing. You know, I mean, I couldn't, but if I'd gotten out of the kayak and tried to walk over there, they would have flown away, because just sitting here where the water ends and zooming in with the camera, I was able to catch 1 or 2 of them flying away. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's actually 2 of them still sitting in a tree. At least 2 of them were adults, because I could see the the white head and tails on them. So the wind's blowing up, it's just blowing into the camera. So, turn around here. Drifted a little bit. So yeah, it took me 2.5 hours to paddle those 6 miles with the wind. Now usually 4 miles on this river, even against current, I can do that in an hour. But the wind, 2.5 hours to get those 6 1/3 miles. So now I've got 4.5, 5 miles to go, and I think I can do that in probably about maybe a little over an hour if my arms don't give out. Because once I get around the next bend, I'll have the wind behind me. I'll be passing some fishermen up here. I can see them in their flat bottom boat drifting my way, and I'm going to paddle their way and head home. So this has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for January 2018. Ciao folks. Vlog on. On the paddle back, I got to see a bald eagle perched in a tree across the river from that first nest that I spotted earlier today. And it then flew across the river and landed in the tree just below the nest. Pretty cool.